So this morning we finally got the full-length teaser, the full teaser for Solo, a Star Wars story, premiered on Good Morning America, and I wanted to do a quick trailer breakdown and give you my thoughts on what I see, and we can talk about what we think is going to happen in the film and what's kind of going on. Now, this trailer, this teaser, is very different from the one that aired during the Super Bowl. It's actually very different. The one that aired during the Super Bowl had some of the same clips, but it was mostly narrated by an Imperial officer, and it was all kind of, somewhat Imperial propaganda, sort of telling us that, Han wanted to join the Empire initially, become a pilot and whatnot, and I like that idea, that approach, because it showed that the Empire, yes, there are lots of Imperials who are evil, but most of the regular people who worked in the Empire weren't really bad. They thought the Empire was they grew up, thinking it was fine. They thought it was just a job, in some cases. So I like that aspect of it a lot. But this is a different teaser, because this kind of goes in a different direction. So let's go ahead and talk about it here. There's a lot of different clips also in this teaser that we did not see in a lot. So let's go ahead and discuss it right now. Let's get to it. It starts the same. Well, kind of the same.
I've been running scams on the street since I was 10.
Now, the first thing we hear is Alden Ehrenreich. I can't ever pronounce his name. Alden Ehrenreich as Han Solo. I've been running the scams on the street since I was 10. Now, I'm not sure the exact age of Han in this movie, but he really does not sound like Harrison Ford. The thing about Harrison Ford is Harrison Ford has a very deep voice, and obviously when you go through puberty in your teens for the most part. This guy does not sound like Han Solo. He just doesn't. And I think that's going to be a big problem going forward, because he just doesn't sound like Han Solo. I mean, yeah, he's younger, but how much younger is he? I mean, he's not 14. This actor is actually older. I believe he's actually older than Harrison Ford was when he portrayed, or at least not older, but close to being the same age as Harrison when he portrayed Han Solo. So, interesting. Now, this opening shot right here, this has some real, now that shot right there, he does look like Harrison Ford. Look at that shot of his face. There, he looks a lot like a young Harrison Ford, which I do like. And it's interesting because, this has some American Graffiti vibes, which was, one of Harrison Ford's early films before even Star Wars. That's how George Lucas even knew who he was, the carpenter. But here, he looks like Han Solo, and I like that. And there's, of course, Emilia Clarke, who plays Kira. We'll see more of her later. This planet, and I could be wrong, but I think it is KESSEL, because we are going to see the Spice Mines of KESSEL here, because the KESSEL run's probably happening in this film. We'll see them.
I was kicked out of the flight academy.
Really love the new vehicles. Let me go back and play what he said.
Kicked out of the flight academy for having a mind of my own.
Kicked out of the flight academy for having a mind of my own. Again, the idea here is that Solo is a rebel. Even though he wants to join the Empire, at heart, he's a rebel, which is why it never worked out. And at some point in the movie, he's probably going to figure that out, that, okay, I'm better as a smuggler than I am a rebel. I really love these wide open shots. Ron Howard has made the movie look beautiful. Whether or not it's a good movie, we'll find out, but I think visually, aesthetically, it definitely looks correct. It looks great.
Pilot.
And he wants to be a pilot. Here's the interior of the Millennium Falcon. Looks brand new.
Best in the galaxy.
Maybe we'll actually see the Falcon get built. I mean, for all we know, that could happen.
Hey, kid.
Now, this is interesting. This is Woody Harrelson.
I'm putting together a crew.
Hey, kid, I'm putting together a crew. First of all, Woody Harrelson's awesome. Great actor. But this is kind of now becoming somewhat of a cliche thing. Hey, I'm putting a team together, putting a band together. But obviously, Woody Harrelson is going to be his mentor. He plays a character named Tobias Beckett. Now, one of the little tidbits I can hit you with is, in one of the early drafts for Empire Strikes Back, early drafts, back in 1979, 78, actually, before the movie was even made, the ending of the movie was very different in that Han Solo did not get frozen in carbonite. Instead, he left the rebellion temporarily, I suppose, to go find his adopted stepfather. That was one of the endings of the film that Lucas had planned, and it could be possible that whatever ideas and storylines he had for that subplot might be the part of the Beckett story. I mean, I really don't know how much influence he had or how much he talked to Lawrence Kasdan, who is writing this film, but it could be something that they bring that back. And there is Kira, and I believe that back there is L337, which is going to be our new droid for the movie. Hopefully not too much comic relief. Kind of reminds me of Dot Matrix from Spaceballs. There's Donald Glover as Lando. Let me go back here. He does look like a young Lando here in this shot. He does. Let me go back. I think that's this right here. I don't know the name of the character, but I believe that's Thaddy Newton. Or I can't ever pronounce her name. Thaddy Newton. She's in the movie. I wonder if she's going to be playing Han's wife. Because remember, in the new, and yes, folks, for those who don't know, in the new Solo comics, we find out that Han got married to a black woman, actually, which I think is pretty cool, before he met Leia. So that could be a little subplot there for something to come. That'd be tight if they actually mixed everything together from the comics and from the film. Also, we did hear that there are some Dark Horse comic non-canon characters who will be canonized for this movie, so that's going to be awesome.
You in?
Chewie, of course, looking fine.
That's yes.
I mean, everything aesthetically looks fine. The movie looks fun. But I don't know if this kid's Han Solo, man. I'm just being real with you. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm going to give the film a chance because it's Star Wars, and I always go see it on the big screen because, you know, you have the experience of the incredible sound engineering, sound editing, the visuals. But I don't know if this kid's Harrison Ford Han Solo, bro. It's just, I don't see it. That's great, seeing Lightspeed again.
That might be the only person.
I love this little Mexican standoff we're seeing there. This little, you know, Western standoff or whatever. I'm digging that. No, that is not Boba Fett, but supposedly it's rumored he's in the movie. Lots of action here.
What you really are.
Yeah, and it's interesting hearing Emilia Clarke with a British accent. It's interesting. I've not watched Game of Thrones, right? So I actually don't know if she has one in that show. But I know she doesn't have one in Terminator. That's a cool explosion. That's probably Han's ship before he gets off the planet.
What's that?
See, oh, there's something. I'm sorry, but those things about him needing an acting coach, it might be true. Look at his face right here.
What's that?
And then, like, after he says, "What's that?" he just, I don't know. It just, there might be issues, dude. There might be. I love this logo. I adore this logo because this is like the Empire Strikes Back logo all over again. You know, in the way it's like shaped. This is awesome right here. The Falcon heading for a Star Destroyer. You know, obviously this may play into the whole thing about, you know, they'd be crazy to follow us. Maybe, you know, if they do that in this movie, you know, because you know, in Empire, Han was very brave. Maybe he's gone against Star Destroyers before, you know, way back. But I love how they have this fog, and maybe, again, maybe this is the Kessel Run. Maybe we are witnessing the Kessel Run right here. He's being chased by TIE fighters.
Get ready.
And this, again, there's Lando right there with the, he looks hilarious. I'm not feeling this guy's Han Solo, dude.
Get ready.
Just, it doesn't sound like Han Solo. That was cool. That little flip move by knocking the TIE fighter over. That was cool, but wouldn't that also blow up the Millennium Falcon too? Or does it have like better shields? That's a little weird.
Thought we were in trouble there for a second, but it's fine.
That's... See, okay. Let me tell you what this could... Alright. I'm sorry, but he's not Han Solo, dude. That's going to end up ruining this movie. Han Solo... Look, he doesn't talk like Han Solo. You know, I know his lines are written by Lawrence Kasdan, who knows the Han Solo character very well. He wrote episodes 5, 6, and 7, but I'm not feeling his delivery. He doesn't sound like Han Solo. He sounds like somebody who's trying to be cool and play a cool Han Solo for Halloween. Not feeling it.
Thought we were in trouble there for a second, but it's fine.
That sounds like J.J. Abrams.
We're fine.
Or Ryan Johnson. Then they see this big tentacle in space or whatever the hell this is. What is this? Now, the idea of a big space monster or whatever the hell this is freaking a cool idea, though. I'm going to give them that one. Yep, Memorial Day. I mean, it's kind of what I was expecting in the sense of it's not Han. Like, the movie could be fun. The movie could be good. But, man, this guy, you know, Alden Ehrenreich, I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see him being Han Solo, and I think that might turn people off. Is there anything left here? Nope, that's it. Yeah, I'll check the movie out like I said, but I don't think that guy, I mean, everything else looks fine actually. The film itself, aesthetically, the storyline, Woody Harrelson looks decent. I don't know about him as Han Solo, dude. I'm not sensing it, and that could lead to people not seeing this movie or at least waiting for the red box or whatever the heck, you know, Blu-ray, whatever. What do you think? Do you disagree with me? If you like the trailer, let me know. I mean, I like the trailer. It's just that I'm not feeling this guy as Han Solo. But let me know what you think in the comments, and I will be more than happy to read those and check them out and maybe respond to a couple of them with my thoughts on Solo, A Star Wars Story, the official full-length first teaser. We'll probably get one more trailer around April, and then the movie will be out. Thank you guys, and I'll see you soon.